Hey, what's up, comic community? It's me, Letter Guy 75, is bringing you a haul that I recently picked up. I know it's been a little while since I've been able to do a video. I apologize for that. There's been a bunch of family at my place, and while they're still here, and so I've kind of haven't had a chance to do much. But I do want to bring this recent haul that I got uh, to everybody out there. Uh, so I'll get right into it because there is a lot of books. But recently I picked up this Hell Arisen, Year of the Villain right here. This is issue number 2. Trying to make sure there's no glare on it best way I can. Yeah, this is number 2 of that Hell Arisen. Number 3 is the one they're projected to be the real big one. Hell Arisen number 3 is supposed to be that first full appearance of Punchline. So try to get your hands on that if you can. Also picked up Flash number 88. Like I said, not really much to say about that. It's just a really good story. I've been on Flash for a long time. Justice League 40. This is the first book that I want to say it's Robert Venditti started doing after taking over for Snyder. Haven't read it yet, so hopefully Venditti. I know he's a great writer. I read a little bit of his Hawkman stuff, so I'm thinking he's gonna do good with Justice League. And then I got my Immortal Hawke 31. Once again, just good stories. I think all these right here, I actually think is from 2 Wednesdays ago. And like I said, I just haven't had a chance to put anything out there. And this one, I don't have all these, but it's almost like a cover buy and some other stuff. Yeah, I got it at cover price and kind of like a spec thing. It's the Alien, like symbiote Alien Reality Spider-Man. If you look at that cover, it's like black uniform Spider-Man kind of mixed in with Doctor Strange's mystic powers there. And also, once you get onto the inside of it, just if anybody's wondering, there's a spot on here that I don't know if it's ever been done before, so somebody can correct me in the comments if they do. I don't know how well that's going to show, but you can see right inside here, Spider-Man's actually using the mystic arts. So he's making a little force shield right there, shield. And I think there's another page where he uses magic again. So as here's another one where he's got kind of like the fingers, as you can see. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't sure if there was ever a Mystic Arts Spider-Man before. I know these stories, I believe, are out of continuity, but it's Marvel. You never know. So pick it up. Alien Reality number 3. If you hear a bunch of noise in the background, I apologize. Like I said, there's a whole lot of family, and they brought a bunch of little kids, so I do apologize. Alright, now I know almost all this stuff was from just this past week. I recently got there to pick it all up. So, one of my favorite stories that are ongoing. A lot of people praise this. Daredevil number 18 has got this. Man, these are great. So, like I said, there's not much I can say. Excuse me. People love that story. And yeah, I know people, like I said, you can see my background is different than from most of my videos because I kind of had to shift into another room where I just got a little table in front of me. I don't even have access to my actual computer right now, so I'm trying to do the best I can. But also, this past week, I had to pick up that Wolverine #1 right there. The Art Ross cover. So I had the Ross cover, loved it, but one wasn't good enough. Right there, baby. I had to get that die cut. I absolutely love that. So I did get 2 copies of this. I don't know if it's so much a spec, except for I just really couldn't decide what cover I wanted. So, like I said, I don't know if you've seen what the, for anybody that maybe not seen what the die cut cover is. It's a Chip Kid cover. You can see his name right down there, Chip Kid, and it's got the claw marks. But I just love it how it looks like it's been cut through. Then it kind of opens up right there. Yeah. I got a couple other of these die cuts that Chip Kid did. I don't know if the covers are really going to be anything. I just think they're kind of cool. So, yeah, these are my 2 copies of Wolverine that just came out. Haven't read it yet. I'm hoping for good things for it, though. Same thing here, because I move on to DC now. This is the last of Marvel that I actually have. I don't think I picked anything else up. Like I said, it's been a little while, and really my house has been kind of disorganized. I had to move my whole collection into another room, a smaller room, because a bigger room where I had all my books and collectibles, people needed to be able to stay in there. So, you know how it is. You accommodate for people. You know, it's okay. But I loved the DC's books when they first came out. That's probably one of my favorite storylines that DC's did in a long time. This cover was beautiful right here. This is one of the, like, I guess, movie homage covers. I'm not quite sure what movie that was from, though, but that's what they called it. Maybe some in the comments let me know. I'm drawing a complete blank. But, as normal, I also had to get that Latina. So, yeah, the Latina Red Hood cover. I love that thing. So, definitely had to get that. Both of these. I know it's a different take on, I guess, supposed to tell the story of what was going on with the villains. Well, the heroes were battling, you know, the deceased. So yeah, Deceased Unkillables, had to pick that up. Also picked up Aquaman 57. Aquaman is really not on my pull list anymore, but as you can see right here, that belly that Mira's got, that goes away in this because we know this is where she's going to give birth to the little baby. Kind of looking forward to that. Haven't had a chance to read it, but had to pick it up. Like I said, Aquaman was actually taken off my pull list, but with that being first appearance of the baby, I had to grab it. A little earlier in the video, I showed you about the Justice League 40. So, and now here is 41, the second book that vended. Damn, some of the other books might be from 2 weeks ago then. Like I said, it's been a little while, people. I apologize. But here's number 41 of Justice League. You know, I love this book with Eradicator on the cover. Hopefully he gets some love as a powerful villain. He deserves it. Eradicator. What else we got here just recently picked up? Alright. Probably one of my top favorite characters, as we all know. Nightwing 69. You see that Court of Owls mask and Grayson's face in the middle. I know they're working towards getting Grayson back to where he belongs. You know, as his rightful state of power as Nightwing. So I haven't read it yet. I know the Nightwing stories have been fantastic. No, it's highly recommend read. Yeah, I kind of like how Court of Owls, when Snyder first did it, it started out as a main antagonist for Batman, and recently they've brought it over as one of the main antagonists for Nightwing, and it kind of works out because one of the lead talents is, although he's still really young, it's actually Dick Grayson's grandfather. So, as Grayson was supposed to have been bred to be one of the top assassins. So it's just kind of great. It really gives more to the Nightwing character. Like I said, he's my favorite DC character. Obviously, Thor is. Those guys are kind of like 1A and 1B as far as my favorite characters of all, Nightwing and Thor. Here's a book I keep hearing all kinds of stuff about. Haven't read it yet. A lot of people have been praising it. When I get a chance, I'll read it. But I picked up Flash Forward number 6. There's already been some things about this that gives away some things about future covers have been shown about how Wally West almost looks like a Dr. Manhattan type character. We'll see. I haven't read this. I always try to stay away from spoilers until I can read my books. So I have liked this. I've liked this whole 6-part miniseries. They're probably still available if at your comic shops, or since this is the last one, there'll probably be a trade before too long. But I recommend, especially if you're a Wally West fan, after the horrible character assassination that Tom King did with Wally West, was making him look like a psychopathic killer. There's been a really good redemption for the character so far, so I can't wait to get into the final book here. Definitely recommend it if you're a Wally West fan. And final DC. The book, the big one, hardest one there is to get. I really wanted to cover B. I ended up having to settle it for this one, but I was able to get one copy of Batman 89. Anybody that watches anything on YouTube, I'm not even going to go into detail about this because the stuff about this book has been hammered, and talked about until it's driving people crazy. I can't believe the price of that. I tried to check a store the day after this book came out, and they were already putting those books up there for about $30. To me, that's just bullshit. I'm not spending that much. It's these stores, this one right here, and then the Latina cardstock cover is maybe a $4.99, and they want to drop it for $30-some already. Like, that's bullshit. I'm not gonna pay because they didn't, the retailer did not pay $30-some for it. They're just trying to go buy a spec market, and I'm not buying into that. My LCS got this one for me. Cover price. I wanted the Matina. They didn't even have enough to go around. I have a good rapport with my LCS, so they said, they tried to get me something. They didn't even have enough to complete the orders. Normally they do give me the card stock, but a lot of times they got extra. And I told them, it's fine. I'll take that one. At least I'll have one for my Batman run. So, yeah, the stuff that's been going on with Batman 89 is ridiculous. Like I said, I'm still in the market to try to get the cardstock Matina cover because I love Matina's covers, but I'm just not going to pay the asking price for it. If I'm not getting it at cover price, then because for all we know, these punchlines and designers, they're one storyline characters and then they're going nowhere. So why spend the money on it right now? $30-some for a book, and four books down the road, Harley Quinn gets pissed off and bashes in Punchline's head or something. It's a waste of time. So, anyways, I did get the one for my run. I was babbling on it. That's only because I got upset because I've tried in 3 different states. I've tried to pick up another copy of this, the cardstock cover, anyways, and either they want to charge $30 some or they're just all out. So it is what it is. And then I got my, we're onto my image now. My Spawn 305. Love this right here. That is a Latina cover. Like I said, whenever I have a chance to get his covers, I always do. But I had to pick up 2 copies of it because I like this sketch. And this was, oh my God, look, a sketch done by McFarlane, and it only cost $2.99. Thank you, Todd. So yeah, it was a beautiful McFarlane sketch. You know, same book, but I love both of those covers, especially that McFarlane sketch. And then here is a book that I hope it starts to get better. I've read the first 3. This is Undiscovered Country number 4. The third one did kind of leave off with a cliffhanger, and it kind of makes me can't wait to get into this one. They're starting to discover that time is running different within like these borders of America, and like if only 30 years might have passed outside of the borders, and they could say it's like 50 years or 60 years, and it's some professor guy who has that ongoing theory. But so since it's opening up the story a little bit more, hopefully, you know, it does start to get better. But for the most part, you're a Snyder fan. Charles Soule, since they're both great writers, I'm sure they're just setting the pace, and then it's going to really get good. So Undiscovered 4, I'm still on that. And the last most IDW is my Ninja Turtles 103. Yeah, I know. I grew up with Ninja Turtles, and I started getting hooked on this at about issue 95, and it's just been really good, you know. So this was a 1 in 10 retailer incentive. I normally pick those up. So yeah, this was my Ninja Turtle pickup. And that is the biggest share of my new stuff. I was able to pick up some back issues, which was cool. Show you this little set. I didn't even know this was out there. I was just kind of digging through long boxes. And we all know that I'm a Thor fan, but I like a lot of the characters in that Norse mythology. And I was able to pick up something, like I said, I didn't even know it was there once. It's from 1985. A 1 in 4 issue Balder the Brave. I didn't even know Balder had his own title right there. So that was really cool. It was in issue 1. Issue 2. Another Balder the Brave. The number 3 of 4. Balder the Brave. So, and then of course the last one, number 4, and which I already did read through this right away, and it was pretty good. It was, you know, it wasn't great, but it was a pretty good read. I didn't even know they done anything like that with Balder. And where they followed it, we don't know. Balder the Brave is another son of Odin. In one of the store titles runs, he actually is the one that took over the throne for a while. So, yeah, Balder's always been a cool character, and I actually didn't even, been so obscure, I guess, I didn't even know that they did little mini-series. But, last one I'm going to bring to you right now is, like I told you, I have a good rapport with my, LCS. They kind of do stuff like this for me sometimes. But they had gotten this book in, and I was wanting this anyways. But it is, and they put it in a nice Mylar. It is Thor 411, You can see it on there. I'm trying to adjust to this different room. Newsstand edition. This is the first appearance of the New Warriors. I don't know how that's going to show on there. I'm trying to get it. They always tag their stuff up there. So, yeah, they got this in and put it in my box and was like, hey, we got this Thor book in. Do you want it? I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I do. I looked this thing over its newsstand, and this thing's like probably no worse than a 9.4. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. And with it being the first appearance of New Warriors. So, yeah, like I said, they do that sort of stuff for me. So, going back to that Batman 89 when they're like, hey, we don't have many, it's okay. That's why I was like, yeah, it's fine. It's because they know I like Latina covers, but they were just running so short, of stock on that 89. I said, I'll take whatever, it's cool. So, yeah, right here, this was kind of like my big pickup over the last couple of weeks or so. Thor 411, first New Warriors. So, and that is about all I have right now, community. I'm going to cut this short. Of course, there's people out there. I hear kids crying and other people still going, hey, where's Kevin? So I just wanted to bring you this video. I appreciate your time. As soon as I can get something else going, maybe another little better setup here, I will. But until the next time I can bring you something, I got some boxes on the way. I don't say they're mystery boxes, but I've got just some things that I ordered. So I'm gonna end up doing. I might even try to go live if I have a chance to open this stuff up. But anyways, community, I appreciate you being patient with me getting videos out there. And until the next time, always remember, stay worthy.